Okay, so Korea recently had their fantasy party on June 22nd, where they talked a lot about Mabinogi. So this was a big deal. I think the whole stream was like around 90 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at the Eternity Project.
감사합니다.
This is gonna be the good part. Look how good that looks. That's like the sign to the Turconail Magic School. So here's a good view of like the Magic School right here. And like look how like that door looks. That looks way better. You can see like all the clothing and hair moving. That sign looks pretty good too. There's a view of how the grass looks, which looks okay. So here we can see like Turconail, where they've clearly done most of their work on the Eternity update. Like I think Turconail is like the most completed area at the moment. Okay, there's a good view of some of the animals there. Alright, this gives us a pretty good view of Turconail. And it looks like they have like the part-time job board right here.
네, 사실 약간 쿠키 영상처럼 소개해드리고 싶었는데 제가 좀 약간 좀 미흡했던 것 같아요. 네, 어쨌든 좀 기다리셨을 것 같은 소식이라서 지금 갖고 왔습니다. 굉장히 많은 내용을 갖고 온 건 아니고요. 지금 방금 보신 영상은 이제 순수하게 실제 이터니티에서 제작 중인 캐릭터와 NPC로 인게임
It's purely a video composed of characters and NPCs, in-game characters
구성된 영상입니다. 그래서
that are actually being produced for
이런
Eternity.
형태로 굉장히 다채롭고 생동감 있는 캐릭터 모습이라던가 표정이라던가 아까 보셨죠? 그리고 네, 그런 표정들을 언리얼에서 만나보실 수 있을 겁니다.
Okay, so this is big. Now they're actually showing like some actual gameplay here that they're testing out with like a character moving. And like they're changing outfits and you can see how like the dress and the hair is moving. That looks really good. The grass looks really good too. And you can see how like all the stones back here look really good. Like they look really real. Overall, the graphics look great. Like this looks like Turconail. Not only have the graphics been updated, but it still feels like the same location. It still feels like Turconail. I don't really mind how this inventory window looks. I think this looks okay. But I definitely hope that this isn't going to be like the new UI that they're going to use. Like, this stuff down here looks kind of weird. Maybe this is just because, like, they're testing it out. I'm sure it's going to change a lot as they continue to develop it. But, I don't know how I feel about having my skills down here. I definitely hope that, like, if they go with this kind of UI choice, that you can, like, move these, like, these things around. Because, like, I've gotten used to having my skills in the top left corner of my screen in Mabinogi. I don't know if any other Militians feel the same way, but, like, I like having my skills up here for this game. So I'm guessing this is just, like, a test interface, but, like, I don't like this part down here. This part kind of makes it look like a mobile game. But, like, this inventory window looks fine. Like, they just need to add, you know, the style tab, the gear tab, and the echo stone tab. And then this must be, like, gold and, like, ducats and seasonal ducats.
네, 의상도 이렇게 순차적으로 저희가 플레이온에서 엔진으로 언리얼 엔진으로 포팅을 하고 틀을 다시 잡아야 돼요. 그래서 틀을 다시 잡아가면서 톤 앤 매너를 또 맞추고 뭐 물리 반응이라던가 지금 보신 것처럼 좀 자연스러운 치마의 펄럭임이라던가 이런 것들을 적용하고 테스트하고 또 굉장히 연구하는 과정들을 반복하면서 진도를 나아가고 있습니다. 근데 아직까지는 티르코네일의 완성도가 가장 높아서
Yeah, Turconail has the highest level of completion, so, like, these are the other areas that they want to focus on next. But, like, they're showing off Tur because, like, they've spent the most amount of time on it. It's, like, the most complete area so far.
티르코네일 위주로
So that
리소스를
makes
보여드리고
sense.
있는데 지금 다른 지역들도 이렇게
I know when the Korean site updated their Eternity page back in December, they were working on Dunbarton, but I don't know like how far along it is now.
언리얼로의 그 이전 자체는 이미 완료가 돼 있습니다. 근데 이제 이렇게 단순하게 리소스를 옮기는 것에 그치는 게 아니라 여기서 세부적인 요소들의
And, like, the insides of buildings are going to need a lot of work because, like, in buildings, like, a lot of the... In the insides of buildings, a lot of them are, like, 2D, like, you can't adjust the camera angle, and if you use, like, the dressing room to adjust the camera angle, you can really tell, like, how bad the inside of, like, a room looks. So they're gonna have to completely redo, like, a lot of rooms like that for, like, the insides of, like, places like the banks, or Stuart's room in the magic school, or, like, Duncan's house, and some of the shops.
퀄리티를 올리고
Those are all gonna have to be, like, redone.
과정을 거치고 있습니다. 뭐 이런 이제 디테일 과정에 이제 덤바튼으로 예를 들면은 광장의 크기라던가 아니면 뭐 관청의 입구 그리고 에반의 위치 이런 이제 디테일 같은 것들도 함께 조정해 보고자 하고 있습니다.
And this is the Turconail graveyard. This looks really good. At night, this looks amazing. I like the way this looks.
네, 여기가 어딘지 당연히 알아보시겠죠? 네, 티르코네일 묘지입니다. 네, 티르코네일의 사실은 이제 그 전체적인 분위기가 굉장히 목가적이고 약간 동화적인 그런 분위기인데 사실 묘지는 이래야 되지 않을까. 그래서 같은 리전에서도 그 지역이나 영역뿐만 아니라 좀 시간대에 맞는 그런 분위기를 연출할 수 있도록 굉장히 신경을 많이 쓰고 있습니다. 그리고 배경 측면에서 가장 중요한 점은 이렇게 에린색
And here now we can see it raining in Turconail, and this looks really good too. Like, you can actually see how, like, the roofs of these buildings look wet. Like like that hay wall there. So you can see how, like, all this is wet because it's raining. That's a really good effect. And, like, the stone looks a little darker because of, like, the rain, because it's getting wet.
세계에 뛰어든 것과 같은 그런 몰입감입니다. 그리고 이런 몰입감들이 플레이 경험에서 굉장히 중요한 요소이기 때문에 몰입감을 높이기 위해서 수많은 그 요소들 중에 또 이런 것도 있죠. 날씨 변화나 어떤 환경 변화 뭐 이런 것들에 의해서 굉장히 달라지는 분위기 같은 것들을 연출하는 것이나 또 이렇게 비가 오는
Look how you can actually see like the water like on the wood here. How like the wood has changed color and you can see like the water drops on the wood itself. That looks really good.
내린 세계 오브젝트들이 네, 이렇게 실제감을 드릴 수 있는 방향으로 표현력을 강화하고 있습니다. 네, 그리고 엔진 교체는 다양한 트랙으로 개발을 하고 있습니다. 저희가 그래픽 위주로 좀 보여드리기는 했는데 이제 콘텐츠 측면에서도 플레이온의 엔진 버전을 잘 이식하는 것뿐만이
Okay, now they're going to talk about the dying system, and they plan on like redoing the dying system and making it a lot better.
아니라
So they're going to dye a
이렇게
couple of
불편했던 점들을
outfits.
개선하고 좀 더 나은 경험을 드릴 수 있는 방향으로
This is really
고민을
cool.
하고 있습니다.
See, I like the way this part of the interface looks like. I would love it. I'd be fine with it if the game looked like this for the interface. It's just like the way they had that weird like skill bar and all those buttons at the bottom that made it kind of look a little bit like a mobile game. That's the part I don't like. This part looks fine. This looks really good.
네, 당연히 이 모든 요소들을 모두 바꾸기에는 좀 무리가 있죠. 영상을 잠깐 보실까요? 네, 지금 이제 굉장히 지금 불편해하시는 부분이라던가 아니면 저희가 언리얼로 옮기면서 개선할 수 있는 그런 영역들까지 개선을 해보려고 노력을 하고 있습니다. 저 골드는 신경 쓰지 마세요. 아직 개발 중인 화면입니다. 네. 그래서 이렇게 그냥 단순히 옮기는 게 아니라 그 중요한 콘텐츠들, 염색 같은 그런 중요한 콘텐츠를 이런 방식으로 접근해서 편의성을 개선하거나 아니면은
Yeah, so they're looking for ways to like improve and expand how dyeing works.
이러한 행보는 사실 이제 이터니티 업데이트 후에도 계속 지속돼야 될 과제입니다. 그래서 오늘 보여드린 내용들은 6월 27일 다음 주 목요일에 이터니티 웹페이지에서 좀 더 자세한 설명과 함께 만나보실 수 있습니다.
So a more detailed explanation of the Eternity webpage next Thursday on June 27th. So that will be on like June 26th for us because Korea is a little bit further ahead. So I will be making a video on that web post when it comes out, probably on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on like what time it comes out. And we'll take a closer look at like the details. So they are updating the Korean Eternity webpage. And you should probably check that out with Google Translate on the Korean site, because I'm sure they'll update the NA site too, but it'll be on the Korean site first. Like, we probably won't see the update on the NA Eternity site, probably not for at least like a month after. But yeah, so far I think everything they showed for the Unreal Engine update looks really good. I like how the graphics look. I like the way the interface looks. Like, this style looks okay. It's just this bottom part down here that like I kind of want to see it change. This looks a little funny to me, because it does kind of look like a mobile game with all these like icons down here and this weird skill bar. But again, this is probably them just, you know, testing things out. I'm sure this isn't like the final choice for like the way the interface is gonna look, but I want this stuff to change and this stuff to stay, because this part looks really good. It looks like Mabinogi just updated.